What is going on, everybody? You're tapped in with another episode of Cut Different TV. I'm your host, Sudxn. Don't forget the Van Gogh. And today we've got a very special guest in the building, the multifaceted chameleon of an artist, Sudxn, the Euro baddie.
Period.
Thank
How
you for
you
joining us today.
doing? Thank you guys for having me. I'm so
Absolutely.
excited to be here.
That's a beautiful thing. We glad to have you at Cut Different. And, you know, typically the way that we like to get started is really just diving into your background. What got you into music? What got you passionate about being an artist and where you are today?
Man, I've always loved music. I used to just write poetry in my 99-cent notebooks. And I was rapping for my uncle one day and he's like, "Man, I'm trying to watch this movie get out my face." And I'm like, "No, like look, it's me." He's like, "For real? You see that ass?" And he took me to the studio. I think I was about 12 or 13. The first time I ever been in a studio, my first song ever made. My uncle really ignited that fire in me and is still my biggest supporter to this day.
Oh, wow. So you was recording in like a professional recording studio at
Not
13
even
years
no
old?
no 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 no. It was a home studio, but it still felt magical to me. I
Okay.
was like, wow, you know?
I feel that. I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel like every artist has that one moment when they're a kid where they're like, damn, like,
This is for me.
for sure. And
Yeah.
so you started recording what, when you were 14 or when you were in high school or?
Yeah, when I got to high school, we actually had a music class and I met my classmates. We formed a group called Top Grind, which was like where I really tapped into like my rapping skills, honing in. I was around a lot of people that were teaching me about like wordplay and silly things to say, not silly but witty, and it just made me want to challenge myself. So when we had that class period, we was going crazy in the mic.
Yeah,
Like we have a lot of songs on SoundCloud and YouTube, but yeah. And
that's a
then
vibe.
after that, I went to London. My uncle was telling me, I think you should give Afrobeats a try. You speak Yoruba, like do it. And I went to London and I started making like heavy Afrobeat tracks. My first song ever is called, like my first official song ever is called Moving Body. And then I dropped Mad Love. I dropped What It
Mm,
Feeling, but Mad Love
mad
is what
love.
switched the gears for me. You feel me? That was a good time.
Word. So talk about that. I mean, like you got into Afro beats and then you transitioned. Like, what did it take to produce or put together Mad Love? Like, and how did you know that was the one? Like, how did you know? Was that like your I'm on moment?
That yeah, for sure. It was a love song. You feel me? I was in love. You know,
Yeah.
you know, the first love. You feel like you're on cloud nine. And I wrote those lyrics. I had my mom help me out with the Yoruba. Like, am I saying this with the accent the way it needs to be said? So we was just doing our thing. And when I heard the final product, I'm like, nah, like this is crazy.
Word.
Like I can't believe I made that at
Word.
such at I was 17, 16, 17, making
Mm,
that type of song. Like what? And I still feel like it's just evergreen. It's something that we're still gonna talk about years from now.
for
Like
sure.
it's such a good feel good record.
For sure. That's awesome. And so that was obviously you played that. So we met at Sounds of Afrobeat,
Yes,
and that's how we coordinated this. So thank you to
exactly.
Sounds of Afrobeat.
Shout out to them.
And so obviously, like you've transitioned your sound since then. It's been what, 7 years?
Yes.
So talk about that progression as an artist. Like, you know, what are some of the things that you've learned along the way? Like, what are some of the things that you feel you could apply to your sound now? And how has it changed since Mad Love?
Definitely, since Mad Love, I've definitely transitioned back to how I started, which was with my rapping.
Mm,
So I'm still in the process of trying to not trying, let's take that out of our vocabulary.
yeah,
We are
you
seamlessly,
are
we
for
are
sure.
doing it. We're seamlessly fusing the two genres because I love hip hop. I love hip hop, but Afro beats is so natural to me. Like
Mm.
that's my cultural background. So it's like we just figuring it out and we gonna get there. Just have fun. I'm just having fun with the music. I'm making whatever feels right for me. I'm making whatever feels fun. That's where I'm at.
I like that. So you make whatever feels fun for you. So
Yeah.
when it comes to getting in that mode, like what is it like for Sudan in the studio? Like what do you need? Do you need like a candle? Do you need like hella people in there? Y'all turning up? Like what's the vibe like?
Oh, when I'm recording, I just need me and the engineer
Mm,
because I wouldn't say I'm shy, but when I get into the studio, I'm not playing. Like
yeah.
work is work.
You get in that
I need to
mode.
focus. I just need a bottle of water. You know what I'm saying?
What kind of water you drink?
I like Poland Spring. I hope that don't make me sound cheap.
Joel Santana, on the Carter 3, Joel Santana said his wrists look like frozen Poland spring water.
Fire. You You see what I'm saying?
And still, that's on the map.
That's on the
So
map.
so you've been making music for a while now.
Yeah.
You've been doing shows. You got a good catalog, great
Yes.
kit, music videos, everything going on.
Thank
So,
you.
are you working on anything coming out soon? Like, are you in the process of putting anything together, or like, what are we looking at?
Yes, I am. I feel like I'm finally in the right space to actually produce a body of work. I feel like that's the next step for me since I haven't done that yet. So I wanted, before I'm like, no, I need this first one to be perfect, be perfect. But if you're waiting for things to be perfect, you're never going to do it. So why not just do it? But I like how I'm doing things right now. I'm just still building a fan base for myself. I appreciate the people who are rocking with me, who've been rocking with me since day one. I can't wait to give them something that means a lot to me and that's special and really showcases who Sudan is today.
So the Euro baddie,
The
right?
Euro baddie, the Euro baddest.
When did that start?
You feel me? It's just always been my life. My mom is from Ogun State. My dad is from Lagos Island. But me, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. So you feel me? It's just giving Euro baddie. We speak Euro English, and that's what it is. Like,
That's a vibe. I feel it. I feel it.
yeah.
So tell me about that transition or that being raised, right? And having those different influences and being in Brooklyn. Like, how has New York influenced you in regards to, how you were brought up?
I love it because I went to school and it was like a whole different world. Like, I had to adjust and learn a lot. But when I came home, it was very cultural. My mom speaks the language. I eat African food. Growing up, rice and stew was the norm. Amala, pounded yam. Like we ate. That's what my mom cooked for us. And when I went to school, I was eating pizza, beef patties, all of that stuff. It was the best of both worlds. It still is the best of both worlds to me. The only con is like you're not African enough and you're not American enough. You feel me? So,
Yeah.
but it is what it is.
Yeah, being biracial, I could definitely relate on that. Like,
You
you're
feel
not
me?
black enough, you're
You're
not,
not white enough.
exactly. So you just kind of find
You
that
just
balance.
right.
And the beautiful thing is, right, I'm sure you felt this way. It's just like blending, blurring the line. Like,
Blurring the line, like, hey, this is where I'm at. This is me.
beautiful. So when it comes to you as an artist, right?
Yeah.
Like, every artist has that thing, right? Like, every artist has that thing that sets them apart from everybody else. What would you say makes you unique and makes you special to all the people that are checking you out now for the first time? Why should they listen to a Sudan record?
First and foremost, I don't mean to toot my own horn.
Nah, toot it.
I love I love my voice. I haven't always loved it, and I'm just now falling in love with how I talk. Like, oh my, you sound so monotone. Like, this shit is sexy. Like, what? Like, I don't.
I feel it.
I love my voice, and I feel like I have great energy, great genuine energy, and I just, I hope people that listen to me, people that check me out, feel it because I just want to exude love first and foremost.
I feel it. Mad love.
Mad love. I want to exude mad love,
That's
and I hope
facts.
it's felt. I really hope it's felt.
Facts. So when we first like met, you were like, "So what's your sign?" Right? And I'm an Aries, right? You're a
I'm a
Sagittarius, right?
Sagittarius.
So is that what you do? Is that when you meet somebody, like, why do you ask your sign? Is it just like something that's important to you? Are you one of those people that if somebody's a certain sign, it's like you know how they're gonna be, or like what does that mean to you?
It's just fun. I love reading about astrology. It's just fun to me. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're a Virgo, I can't rock with you. You're a Cancer, I can't rock with you. But it's just for me, it's just fun to read about. Like I love popping, talking shit. But
I feel that.
I vibe with whoever I vibe with.
I feel that.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So a couple things on Cut Different. We like to say, like, what is your principle as an artist? Like, what is, if somebody watching you today and you want them to remember one thing that you said today, or one thing that Sudan believes in that you want to be remembered by, what would that thing be?
I want to be remembered by my effortlessness, for sure. I talked about fun earlier. If it doesn't feel fun, if it's like forced, hang it up. Music should be freeing, and I really believe that. Like, let it be freeing. Let it sound amazing. You know what I mean? But just have fun. Have fun. Another thing, I was watching T-Pain. He said, don't really take advice from other people. Like, just do what you got to do. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be fun. It's art. Fun, fun, fun. That's it.
Absolutely. I feel that. And so where can they find you, Sudan?
You could find me on every streaming platform at SUDXN. Every streaming platform. You could get at me on Instagram, Sudxn Official, SUDXN Official. Twitter, Sudxn Official, SUDXN Official. I be talking my shit though. Just ignore me. I just be chatting on Twitter.
Absolutely. And so, we about to transition to the next piece.
Yes.
And today you're going to be performing a song live for us today, a new song. So talk to us about that song.
It's called Freaky for You. Freaky for You, I was feeling it. Like, it's definitely, always wanted to make like a Vogue type of record. And I felt like it was just perfect. I don't know, that song, I have fun making that song.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so like, it's like an older song that I recorded, but I revisited it and I'm like, this sounds fun as fuck. Can I say that?
It's a vibe, for sure.
This sounds fun as fuck.
We cut different.
We cut different, baby. I said, no way. Like, I slept on this. I have to put this out.
I feel it.
I love the record. I'm excited about it. It's different.
Word. We excited to hear it. And so, when you first said Vogue, I'm going to be performing a Vogue record. I'm like, all right, what does Vogue mean? Is that the magazine? Like, what does Vogue mean to you? Is that like a universal term? Like,
so last year, my friend took me to like a ballroom show. I just fell in love with the whole, just everything. They were so free. They were so expressive in themselves. I'm like, oh my God, like I want to be like these people. You know what I'm saying? And there's so many odds against them already, and they're just still like, well, this is me. This is who I am. I love myself, and you know what I mean? I just fell in love with the whole thing, and even before that, like seeing it like face to face, I fell in love with a rapper, Azealia Banks. She's amazing. I'm very inspired by her. You know what I'm saying? Her crazy ass. But I love her art, her music. I'm sorry. There's just nobody doing it like Azealia Banks. Like, we going to give her flowers.
Word. Shout out Azealia Banks.
Shout out Azealia Banks, for
Word.
sure.
Is that your dream collab?
What? Yes, she might curse me out in person.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. I would love, imagine, like, I would love to work with her. Like, that's my sis in my head.
That'd be a vibe.
That's my friend.
That's where it starts. That's where it starts. Word up. Well, look, I mean, we appreciate you having us on Cut Different TV. We can't wait to continue to explore and give the people more of Sudxn. And with that being said, thank you guys for tapping into another episode of Cut Different TV. I go by the name of Sudxn Ryder. Don't forget the Van Gogh. I'm here with Sudxn.
The Euro baddie, the Euro baddest.
Absolutely. And y'all be blessed. Thanks for tuning in.